Every single member of the RCMP has come through these doors.
Get control of your fear.
I can't breathe.
Get control of what stresses you.
Please go to the ground, now!
We can stand shoulder to shoulder with any organization across the world.
Sick stomach, 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 stomach.
That is not what we want to do.
My son's going to Depot on December 9th. I'll be looking forward to present him with his badge.
Yeah, we're not just hemming pants here, we're dressing Mounties.
All over Canada, members of the RCMP are committed to preserving the peace. They're posted to detachments across the country, serving communities in rural, urban, and northern settings. Their duties range from frontline policing to international peacekeeping and counter-terrorism. Their extreme scope of service is immeasurable, and each modern-day member has one thing in common. They all started at Depot.
Depot is the actual home of the RCMP, and it's a very interesting place. It's a place where members of the force really get grounded. It's where we all start our careers. The history is there, the roots are there, and that's what we're all about.
It's been more than 125 years since Depot Division first started its police training in Regina, Saskatchewan. In that time, over 60,000 cadets have gone through the program. Al Marion has been a member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police for over 27 years. Now his son Kevin hopes to follow in his footsteps.
My son's going to Depot on December 9th, yes, so good luck to Kevin here.
I'll ask you guys to introduce yourself.
I'm here because my dad, a Mountie, he's been doing it for almost 28 years now, and it's always been a part of me when I grew up.
So it's in your blood?
I guess, yeah.
It's mixed. I have mixed emotions about it. You always, always want to make sure that nothing happens to your kids.
I accept the RCMP's invitation to attend the cadet training program in accordance with the terms of this offer.
You know, the police world is not an easy world. The rules of engagements are different than they were when I was in 27 years ago. But I know he's going to have a great career, and I'm very proud of him. And I'm looking forward, like I say, to present him with his badge and maybe pass on some of my knowledge and wisdom to him.
This year, over 1,700 candidates will be trying to prove themselves at Depot. It's intensive training, and not all of them have what it takes to make it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
For Roberto Bruni, the stakes are higher than most. This is his second time around.
Yeah, 6 years ago, in November 2002, I came to Depot. I lasted a little bit, so I left Depot maybe a week or so in the process, or not even. I'm feeling the same way, but I know it's normal to feel that way. So it's going to be a lot different, different experience now, yeah.
The day of departure arrives, and Kevin and Roberto begin their journey. In a matter of hours, they will be joining Troop 40, the next troop to arrive at Depot.
I've heard a lot of things from a lot of different people about what Depot is and the history and everything like that. So actually getting boots on the ground and seeing what it's like and walking the grounds and seeing just what Depot is, I'm anxious for that.
Morning. Welcome to Depot. And welcome to Saskatchewan. I'm just going to spend a few minutes just telling you a little bit about Depot, tell you a little bit about myself. Every single Monday morning, since I've been there, there's a new troop that starts at 8 o'clock, and I do a troop welcome. And obviously, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of anticipation. So they really are not 100% sure of what to expect.
What will make a difference here is your attitude, and most of you, or if not all of you, have already said this is where you want to be.
My goal on an orientation day is to give them a little bit of a sense of reality of what the expectations of Depot is. It's going to be a hard 6 months.
Okay, find the bag, find the bag.
In Regina, Saskatchewan, Depot Division is home to the cadets of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Roberto Bruni and Kevin Marion are part of the latest troop. They have only one goal: prove that they have what it takes to be a devoted and valued member of the RCMP. It will be a long 160 days for these cadets, and some won't make it past the first few nights.
I got here yesterday, so I've been here for about 24 hours. It was difficult to leave, but I've left before for school, so I know what it's like.
I've grown up in the footsteps of my grandfather and my father, both being members, and my brother's here right now. Me and my brother here working on our careers and living the dream, in my opinion.
We're all in this together, and it's a unique mentality. Everybody's used to thinking on their own, and the simple fact of being in a troop, you have to gel together because we're only as strong as our weakest link. So.
Put your hands down to your side. Put your heels and toes together. Heels together, toes are spread out. Don't eyeball me. I'm not wearing anything of yours. Marker, question 1. Why isn't this troop formed up off the New Brunswick plaque?
I have no excuse.
Well, go!
Yes,
go!
officer.
Go! Oh, Marshall, you're on my side!
My role is to have them maintain and develop, perhaps, some of them, that character. And that character must be maintained in the face of adversity, and at times I need to represent that adversity. Did you find something amusing?
Corporal.
What's amusing? You had a smirk on your face, and I'm curious to see what you could possibly find amusing about this class thus far. Because I'll tell you, I'm certainly not amused with your troop's performance. So humor me, because you apparently are in on the know of something that I'm not.
There's nothing, Corporal.
I'm not a corporal. But what I do is I serve to simulate some of that stress that police officers will feel in the field. And I do that within the safe environment at Depot. Get control of your fear. Get control of what stresses you. Their success is my satisfaction because I know that they've earned it. And if I can hone that image, that iconic image of a Mountie into their persona, and they walk out of here and embrace that, that's my satisfaction.
Get down for time! Get down! Wake up! Tune in!
Depot exposes its candidates to high-intensity training. The ability to manage stress and exercise good judgment is crucial.
I think one of the major challenges for cadets is stress and dealing with your stress. We want them exposed to that stress because it gets stressful for them when they're out in the field.
That was purposely shot high. That is not what we want to do. So in tight. Thumb is pointing to where I want to shoot. I'll try to keep it nice and low. So watch the target. We're getting shot at. Come on.
Physical fitness is also a priority. It prepares cadets for the dangers of frontline policing.
On your stomach. We're here to train them, to push them beyond their limits, to see
exactly what their bodies can do so that they can make the right decisions and risk assessments when they leave depot and to allow them to be the best they can.
But training is much more than physical fitness. It teaches safety and self-defense.
Basically here what I'm teaching is police defensive tactics to the cadets. It's an 82-hour program. That does not only include boxing, striking, or ground fighting. It also includes being able to assess, risk assess, being ensured having high awareness at all times, ensuring that they understand the intervention model and what we do. Every day, just showing up in your uniform can sometimes change a situation, because a lot of times bad things happen to good people.
To equip cadets for this reality, Depot uses extensive scenario-based training. Training that provides the tools to carry out everyday policing.
Put down everything on paper, what you saw, what you know, and that'll really help our investigation, all right?
Cadets are exposed to 115 scenarios, so we force them to look at a situation and tell us as a police officer, how would you manage this situation with the end in mind of meeting the expectations of the people we serve.
And amidst all of the practical training, cadets must excel in a rigorous academic environment, covering subjects like law, investigative techniques, and cultural diversity, to name a few. It's a steep learning curve at Depot, and second-timer Roberto Bruni is struggling to keep up.
Sometimes you feel down at night. Usually it's at night that you feel homesick a little bit, because you have time to think. At night time, sometimes it's a little bit frustrating sometimes, but it's only 6 months of your life, and then it's all done.
The separation from family and friends can be hard to bear during the holidays. And for Roberto Bruni, it proves to be too much. For the second time in 6 years, he has failed to last longer than a week at Depot and decides to go home. Depot Division is a place where civilians arrive as cadets and leave as highly trained members of the RCMP. But it's also a place where civilians arrive for regular work, where they mend uniforms, cut hair, and prepare meals. Some of these people have worked at Depot for more than 20 years.
My name's Susan Cullen. I work at the RCMP Training Academy at the Division Mess. Been here for 21 years. You meet so many wonderful people, and I'm proud of each and every one of the cadets. It makes you cry sometimes when they say goodbye.
Yeah, I've been here 5.5 years, but my background's sewing. I really don't know if the people of Canada realize how much they give to serve us. It's phenomenal. They leave family, they leave kids, they leave wives, they leave their jobs. It's amazing what the dedication they've got. I'm proud to be part of Depot. I really am. Yeah, we're not just hemming pants here, we're dressing Mounties.
Now, try those on next, and when you come out, you can throw those into the shop and Carter's Keepers. Okay. I'll take those rejects and put them away while you're doing that. My name's Rick McElvenna. I've worked here in Depot stores outfitting recruits and cadets for I'm in my 37th year now. So I've outfitted about 25 to 29,000 members altogether through my course of my career. I had something, not all of them individually, but I've had something to do with some of them. So we're just getting the knack of it now, eh?
I grew up on base as an RCMP brat. My father is a retired member, so I mean, I spent a lot of time at Depot. This is actually nice to kind of get back and actually put in my pay my dues, so to speak. So it's great. Atmosphere is phenomenal. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
It's to me, that's what it's all about. It's that sense of family, it's that sense of grounding and the bonding that we take place. And for them, Depot's home. For them, Depot's where their career is. And they form a huge part of Depot, and they form a huge part of the organization.
I farm full-time, so I call myself semi-retired, so this is more enjoyment for me. I mean, I can meet people from all across Canada. It's great fun watching them come in, and especially the trouble they can get into as a troop. That's the fun part. How long has your dad been in service?
28 years? Well, coming on 28.
Really? So he's never been back since then?
He came back for the funeral for Thorpe.
I knew all 4 of those guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw every one of those go through training here. Actually, that was a pretty tough Saturday that day when that happened. A few cadets that went through here did die in the line of duty, you know. 10 that I know myself, that lost their lives in the line, so.
Each and every one of Depot's streets is named after a member who was killed in the line of duty. It's a constant reminder to its cadets that police work is extremely dangerous. The days and weeks pass by quickly. Winter turns to spring, and training gets more advanced. Cadets experience the pain of getting pepper sprayed. Working through the pain is what teaches them to focus.
Open your eyes. Blink. Okay. Find the bag. Find the bag. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Find your radio.
Dispatch, this is 92011.
10-4, where are you?
1020, west end of Mountie. TM. I can't breathe. Deep breath. Deep breath.
Blink your eyes.
It's not just pepper spray. Each cadet must also be exposed to gas. The instructor works the cadets to enhance their breathing rates. The more breathing, the more gas their bodies will take in.
Doff your masks. Back to front. Rio, where are you from? Where?
Training generates a strong bond between cadets, a bond that grows deeper over the course of the demanding 6-month training period.
When you're at your lowest of your low, you can possibly go, there's always someone there to pick you up. And the same can be said for when you see a troopmate that's following you know, and you're able to pick them up.
We can stand shoulder to shoulder with any organization across the world. And I really believe that the training that those cadets get for the 6 months in Depot is second to none.
There is a revolving door at Depot. With each new troop that arrives, another graduates. Kevin Marion's dream of becoming a member of the RCMP is almost a reality. His troop graduates this week.
Standing at the airport makes Depot worth it. It makes everything that you've gone through in the past 24 weeks worth it. Seeing your parents come down that escalator, standing in your red surge, and the tears start flowing.
It was a shock. It's people that step back into your life after 6 months, and everything that's happened here is so detached from what I had back there, so.
So what you got to do before you leave here next week, Tuesday morning, you've got to find the time, and it will go by in a heartbeat. You've got to find the time to take a moment to thank the person or the people in this troop that helped you get to where you're at. Every day that I have here is a bit of a blessing, quite frankly. When I have a chance to play the role of the commanding officer and hand out that badge on graduation day, it's sort of the highlight of my week. It's absolutely phenomenal. It puts me on a high.
It's incredible to be a part of this history, and now I'm actually a part of it. I can't even explain how much of an honor it is.
To me, it's just not a ceremony where you give someone a badge. To me, it's very, very personal, and you can just see that when they come up with a sense of purpose. They come up saying, you know what, I've earned that badge. It's time for you to present me with my badge, and I'm ready to go out and be involved in policing across Canada.
Definitely one of the proudest moments in my career. Would have thought 28 years ago, actually almost 29 years ago, when I walked through those doors, that I would see my son one day join this the outfit, and which it's a great honor.
It's a good culmination after 24 weeks. It's good to finally get that badge.
Graduation does not simply mark the end of training. It celebrates those who were strong enough to make it through, and it welcomes them as the newest additions to the ranks and to the RCMP family.
It's emotional, that's for sure. You see 3 generations of police officers, and I'm the last one. It's definitely an honor to have them presenting me as well.
And I'm so proud of both of them. It doesn't matter what color uniform you wear. The RCMP is a great organization, as well as all the other police forces across country, but I just can't be more proud of these 2 young men right now as their dad.
This is our time to enjoy it, and I think a lot of us are proud to do that. So.
I present to you 28 individuals who have braved hardships, both personal and professional, to earn the right to protect and serve our communities, and to do so with pride and preparedness. Joining the elite, they consider themselves worthy of wearing their iconic police uniform. I present to you Troop 40.